Have you ever pondered what makes a leader truly great? What principles and values guide their actions and decisions? If one were to look at the life of Jesus Christ, a pattern of unique leadership emerges that stands in stark contrast to the traditional models of power and authority. In the book of Matthew, chapter 20, verses 25 to 28, Jesus himself outlines his model of leadership. He says, "You know that the rulers of the Gentiles lord it over them, and their high officials exercise authority over them. Not so with you. Instead, whoever wants to become great among you must be your servant, and whoever wants to be first must be your slave. Just as the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve and to give his life as a ransom for many." This is the essence of Christ-like leadership, service above self. It's a call to humility, to put others before oneself, as Christ did. This is a stark contrast to the world's view of leadership, which often equates it with power and control. In the book of John, chapter 13, verses 14 to 15, Jesus sets an example of servant leadership by washing his disciples' feet, a task reserved for the lowest of servants. He then says, "Now that I, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you also should wash one another's feet. I have set you an example that you should do as I have done for you." Christ-like leadership also involves a deep love for those one leads. In John chapter 15, verse 13, Jesus says, "Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends." Christ's ultimate act of love was his sacrifice on the cross, the epitome of selfless leadership. Moreover, Christ-like leadership involves integrity and truth. In the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 3, it says, "The integrity of the upright guides them, but the unfaithful are destroyed by their duplicity." Christ was a leader who embodied integrity and lived out his truth in every action and decision. In conclusion, Christ-like leadership is a model that challenges the traditional notions of power and authority. It calls for service above self, love for those one leads, and integrity in all actions. As leaders, the challenge is to embody these principles and lead as Christ did. As it says in 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 21, "To this you were called because Christ suffered for you, leaving you an example, that you should follow in his steps." May this understanding of Christ-like leadership guide and inspire us as we strive to lead in our own spheres of influence. Remember, true greatness comes from serving others just as Christ served us.